Welcome to your Money Miracles video for the week of April 4th. We're into the second quarter. Happy spring, happy April. So today we're going to be talking about a money tip from the book I'm reading, actually. And then we'll talk about some past and upcoming events, member highlight, and I'll talk more about the book I'm currently reading. So let's get into it. So the money tip. This is a story from the book I'm reading right now. It was a really powerful story that I related exactly to prosperity and abundance. So the story goes that two men at an early age lost their hard-earned savings that they had generated for many years. One got really troubled, despondent, massively worried. And the other had found out from reading the morning newspaper because the bank that he had deposited his money in failed. And he said, well, it's gone, but trouble and worry won't bring it back, but some hard work will. And he went to work with renewed vigor and rapidly became prosperous, while the former man continued to mourn and be despondent and to grumble about his bad luck. And he remained a victim and tool of those adverse circumstances. In reality, as the book says, he was a slave to his own weak thoughts. The loss of money was a curse to the one because he clothed the event with dark and dreary thoughts, and it was a blessing to the other because he threw around it thoughts of strength, of hope, and of renewed endeavor. Powerful lesson that you can wallow in the feelings of adversity, or you could overcome them by your thoughts and your deeds. So I'll tell you more about some powerful passages from this book in a few minutes. Let's just go to the past and upcoming events, and then we'll get into that, and then we'll do the member highlights. So my interview with the amazing Joel Farrell, not just because of his name, was released last Friday. I'm putting the link in the email and below this video, and I actually have a snippet from the interview that I'll put also below this video, and it's in the email. But Joel really dived into many aspects of money and my experience that no one else has. So it's a really unique interview. It's a little long, but plan to spend 10 or 15 minutes over a few days watching and listening to it. It's really amazing. Also, I was interviewed on Steve Kidd's radio show, Blog Talk Radio. It's called Thriving Entrepreneur, and that'll be released in a few weeks. Last week, I had an interview on the Leading Visionaries podcast with host Angel Hartwell. That's going to take a while to go live, but probably in a couple of months. I'll be sure to give you the heads up. Also, last week, I was interviewed on Jennifer Rayla's Awaken and Ascend podcast. That show will go live in a couple of weeks, April 19th. But you can be sure to check out her shows in advance. The link is in the email and also below this video. And the recording of the amazing interview I had with Raven, the talk show Maven's Power Me Up podcast is available. We discussed how you can earn money from your kitchen table. And the link is in the email. And finally, my next summit is on May 19th to 21st. It's starring Les Brown, and it's called How to Recession-Proof Your Business. My fan is hosting it, and let me know if you want more information about that. So before we go into member highlights, the book I'm reading now is called As a Man Thinketh. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It was written 120 years ago. And I want to share with you some amazing passages from this book. So he says, if circumstances had the power to bless or harm, they would bless or harm all people alike. But the fact that the same circumstances will be alike good and bad to different people proves that the good or bad is not in the circumstance, but only in the mind of those who encounter it. When you begin to realize this, you will begin to control your thoughts. Here's another awesome passage. Where the ordinary mind sees disaster and confusion, the mind of the philosopher sees the perfect sequence of cause and effect, and where the materialist sees nothing but endless death, the mystic sees pulsating and eternal life. And then he says, as we clothe both events and objects with our own thoughts, so likewise do we clothe the souls of others in the garments of our thoughts. The suspicious believe everyone is to be suspicious. Liars feel secure in the thought that they are not so foolish as to believe that there is such a phenomenon as a strictly truthful person. The envious see envy in every soul. Misers think everyone is eager to get money. Those who have subordinated conscience in the making of their wealth sleep with a revolver under their pillow, wrapped in the delusion that the world is full of conscience-less people. Yes, if circumstances control your life, then you may believe that because you've encountered a few people who are evil, that the other 7,999,999,999 are also, which is not true. A couple more quotes. What you are, so is your world. Everything in the universe is revolved into your own inward experience. It matters little what is without, for it is a reflection of your own state of consciousness. It matters everything what you are within, for everything without will be mirrored and colored accordingly. And then he concludes with, your own thoughts, desires, and aspirations comprise your world, and to you, all that there is in the universe of beauty and joy and bliss is in your thoughts. Powerful, powerful words. And As a Man Thinketh, as you can imagine, is all about how your thoughts become things and how your inside world affects your outside world. Highly recommend it. 5 stars from me. So finally, let's conclude with the member highlight. Each week I highlight a member. This week it's Julie Dan. Julie just published her first book called Which Would You Choose? Julie is a meditation teacher, and she says this book is designed to spark discussion. It's a guide for children to recognize the innate power each one of them has to choose their own thoughts, which changes how they feel and creates the results they experience in their lives. She says, we are not at the mercy of our emotions or victims of our feelings, nor are we prisoners of our thoughts. Rather, we get to choose how we prefer to think and feel in any given moment. Seems in alignment with As a Man Thinketh. The book is only $1.99 on Kindle and free on Kindle Unlimited. I put the link in the email, but highly recommend to purchase it. Change a child's life today. So thanks for watching. I believe in you.